He was wrapped in a trash bag, tied shut, thrown into a dumpster, still breathing. Can you imagine someone doing that to a baby? This is the story of a little soul they tried to erase from the world, but he had other plans. He didn't even have his eyes open yet. No fur, just pink, wrinkled skin, and a heartbeat barely stronger than a whisper. A janitor at an apartment complex heard a noise coming from the dumpster. At first, he thought it was the wind, but it didn't stop. It was soft, wet, desperate. When he opened the lid, the smell hit him first. Then, he saw the bag. It moved. With trembling hands, he ripped the trash bag open. Inside, wrapped in dirty rags, was a newborn puppy, barely alive. His ribs showed through his skin and his body was cold like winter pavement, but he was breathing, faint, but real. And someone had thrown him away. Why? Was he unwanted, born from an unspayed mother? A mistake? Was his only crime being born? The janitor rushed him to the nearest vet. The drive felt eternal. The pup didn't make a sound, just the rise and fall of his tiny chest, barely. When they arrived, the vet's face changed. She didn't say he'll be fine, she said, we'll try. They placed him in an incubator, fed him through a tiny tube, kept him warm. They didn't even give him a name yet, because they weren't sure he'd survive the night. But he did. And the next. And the next. They named him Chance, because that's all he had left, one slim, tiny chance. But this little soul, oh, he fought. He fought with every breath he took. He learned to walk on shaky legs. He wagged his tail for the first time. He barked, a soft, squeaky sound like a wind-up toy. And he looked at people with eyes that didn't know hate, just hope. Meanwhile, the staff tried to find who did this, but no one came forward. No security cameras, no witnesses. He was tossed away and forgotten. But not anymore. Chance became a favorite at the clinic. He cuddled into the arms of techs who were going through divorces. He licked the tears of a nurse who had just lost her mom. He became everyone's comfort, a little healer, even though he was the one who almost died. Months later, a woman came into the clinic. She had just lost her senior dog and said, I don't want to replace him, but I want to heal. They introduced her to Chance. She sat down, he climbed into her lap, curled into a ball, sighed, she cried. She took him home that day. Now Chance has a bed in every room. He has toys, blankets, and a name tag that says, I'm not trash, I'm treasure. Someone looked at this tiny, helpless life and decided he didn't deserve to live. But he lived anyway. Not just survived, thrived. Let this be a reminder. Sometimes all someone needs is one chance. Have you ever rescued a soul like this? Or did one ever rescue you? Tell us your story in the comments. Maybe someone out there needs to read it today.